Badlands. Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to The Choice. Ghost will be along shortly. His right before the show, his internet was acting glitchy, so he went to reboot his router. So he'll be here momentarily. But this week we have season 2, episode 5, entitled Spirit, and really powerful episode. We're going to break down what's biblical and where the showrunners took liberties. There's a lot of liberties in this episode. There are some that are, very purposeful and well done. There are some that I think are a little bit questionable, and we're going to get into all of it. One big one in particular that I think is quite the liberty taken. But we're going to get into all of that as soon as Ghost gets here. Before we do that, let's talk about Native Path collagen. So I use Native Path collagen every morning. I put it in my coffee. I love it. It has transformed my nails. That was the first thing that I noticed when I started taking Native Path grass-fed collagen, was that my nails were stronger. They weren't peeling or breaking any longer. They were tearing before this. Before I started taking Native Path collagen, I had the terry nails, the ones that just rip right off. And it's transformed them. Also my skin and my hair, but it's not just about skin and nails and hair with collagen. As we get older, our bodies stop producing much of this critical protein, starting in our late 20s, as a matter of fact. And that's when joints can start aching, recovery slows down, everything just feels harder. This specific collagen is grass-fed, pasture-raised, and designed to support joints and bones, mobility, skin, hair, all of the stuff we tend to lose with age. What I like is how easy it is. There's no weird taste. There's no clumps or complicated routines or anything to go with it. It just dissolves cleanly. There's no taste whatsoever. Hi, Ghost. I add it to my coffee. Christy, Brian's wife, puts it in her smoothie in the afternoon. She takes it twice a day, actually. I'm thinking about adding a second dose like she does. But it's just part of the daily routine now. And right now you can get special bundle deal at, what is that? A fraction of the retail price plus free shipping. That's a great deal. And you can only get it at getnativepath.com/badlands. Getnativepath.com/badlands. If you've been thinking about supporting your body instead of just pushing through the aches, go check it out. The link is in the show notes, or you can just head to getnativepath.com/badlands. I'm using it. I love it. And I think you will too. Hi.
Hey.
I think
so I went to restart my computer because it was lagging. Jeez. I restarted my computer and it got it updated.
It might be me. So why don't do you have the Badlands Health ad pulled up? Because if you want to do that one, I'll refresh real quick in case it's me that's on the delay.
Badlands Health. I don't know if I.
Or you know what? We'll just play. We'll hear from Soft Disclosure.
I don't say this lightly.
Yeah, let's do that.
This lotion changes people.
My knuckles would actually start to crack. Started using the Soft Disclosure lotion, and I am very impressed. Even within just a few days, I've noticed a tremendous difference.
That's not a script. That's what happens when something actually works.
It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah, that line keeps coming up. Because when you don't use it, your skin starts acting up.
Every single ingredient in Soft Disclosure is intentionally chosen. There's no filler ingredients. It is not like this BS product where they have a bunch of ingredients. Every ingredient listed is for a purpose.
Over 65-star reviews for the lotion alone. Not influencers, not actors, just people whose skin finally shut up. Soft Disclosure lotion. Once you try it, you'll understand why people won't stop talking about it. Visit softdisclosure.com and use code BADLANDS and get 10% off.
That is still one of my favorite ads.
Yeah, it's a great ad.
I love Brian as the giant Brian in the sky holding the lotion. Okay, I think we might be okay now.
Yeah. Seems good on my end.
It's my fault. Sorry about that.
All good.
Okay, so we'll talk about our next sponsor a little bit later in the show. But what was your kind of key, first core reaction, first watch, second watch reactions to the episode Spirit?
This is such a good episode. It's I know you had mentioned to me before that this is one of the like artistic license episodes that doesn't have a ton of biblical backing, like scripture backing, but it is such a. I mean, we could literally do every single scene, I think, and and extract a lot out of it, not only from a biblical standpoint, but also like from an info war, like applying it to modern times standpoint. There's just every single scene I feel like hits so hard. So it's a great episode.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the focus on the role of the demonic and the impact and influence of the demonic on humans and followers of Jesus, I thought was really interesting in terms of how they portrayed it. We're going to get into that. And I said kind of before when you were refreshing that we're going to, the showrunners took a ton of liberties in this episode. I think a lot of them were, really well done. There's not scriptural support for a lot of the scenes we see, the interactions, but the principles that are being brought to life are biblically grounded. And so, I have no problem with that. And I think you and I talk about the showrunner liberties every week. And for the most part, we have no problem with that. I do take exception with, they took a big liberty in relation to John the Baptist. And we'll talk about that a little bit later, but I thought we could start with the Pharisees and what they're doing in this episode, because we see the politicization of religion and, biblical principles, sin and, obedience. We see it politicized pretty hardcore. And we watch the Pharisees, kind of cross a line, I think. So why don't we start with that? We're going to say goodbye to YouTube because we're going to play some show clips. So if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button over there and then head over to Rumble or X and watch us over there. So hold for processing. Thank you to YouTube and goodbye.